use this same process, but vary the degree and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest, most restless nigga, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining niggers, the female and the nigger infants. Tar and feather him, tie each leg to the different horse faces in opposite directions. Set him on fire and beat the horse to pull him apart. The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger male to the point of death in front of the female and infant. But don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful for future breeding. Take the female and run a series of tests on her. See if she's willing to submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way, because she is the most important factor to good economics. If she shows any sign of resistance and submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip to extract the last bit of bitch in her out. Take care not to kill her. In doing so, you will spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit and labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into the area of the subject matter concerning what we produced here in the breaking of the process of the female nigger. We have reversed the relationship. In her natural uncivilized state, she would have had a strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger. I'm going to say it again. It says, we have reversed the relationship. In her natural uncivilized state, she would have had a strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger male. And she would have limited protective tendencies toward her independent male offspring, and would raise female offspring to be dependent like her. So in our natural state, our woman had a strong dependence on us in our uncivilized state. This is called the Willie Lynch letter. It says it right here. I'm going to read it again. What have we done? We have reversed the relationship. In her natural uncivilized state, she would have a strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger male. And she would have limited protective tendencies toward her independent male offspring, and would raise her female offspring to be dependent like her. This is in the natural state. Nature had provided for this type of balance. This was the balance between us. Our women were dependent on us. Strongly dependent on us. It says we reversed nature by burning and pulling the civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the others in front of her in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal causes her to move from a psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. Now she has to fend for herself. After they done emasculated the black man in front of her, beat him down in the street, told him, put your hands behind your back, get in the cell. This is what society, white supremacy has done in front of our woman. They've disrespected, killed us in the street. Put your hands behind your back. When the police pull up, there has been an inset fear and emasculated the man right in front of the woman. So now she's alone and unprotected. And the male image in her mind that she depended on is now destroyed. And it causes her to go from when she was a psychologically dependent on her man, it now takes her to a frozen, independent state. In this psychologically in this psychologically frozen, independent state, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles. So now that she's thinking independent, she's going to raise her daughter to be independent. You got to fend for yourself. And she's going to make the male be codependent on the system. You need to work, you need to get a job, you need to go to college, you need to do what they tell you to do. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. You're going to have to be physically strong, but you're going to have to listen to this white man out here. Because she's seen what the white man has done to anyone that's tried to step up and resist him. So out of fear for your life, your mother said, be quiet, put your school uniform on, shut the hell up, do what the teacher tell you to do, and if you get bad degrees, I'm going to whip your ass. Out of fear. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent as well. You can't depend on no man. You can't depend on no man. We're going to have to do this on our own. I had to do it. You're going to have to do it. Your mother got to do it. You're going to have to do it. So, what have you got? You've got a nigger woman out front and the nigger male behind and scared. This is a perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly and on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly. For out of frozen fear, his woman stands on guard for us. Did you hear it? Out of frozen fear, his woman, you see these women online talking about me? His woman stands on, white people ain't talking about me. Black women are. This is the plan. I'm trying to show you what's going on right here. It's right here. Now we can sleep soundly. For out of frozen fear, his woman stands on guard for us. He cannot get past her early slavery molding process. He is a good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. Continually, through the breaking of the uncivilized savage nigger, by throwing the nigger's female savage into a frozen psychological state of independence, by killing off the protective male image, and by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever. Unless a phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position of the male and female slave back to its natural state. So this is on an axis. This has been on an axis for hundreds of years. It's an automatic thing. If this ain't what's going on in our society, then what the fuck is truth? Our women are in a frozen, independent state. This is when the lady talking about you got a codependent woman. No, my nigga. My woman's supposed to be dependent on me. But she knows if I'm not there, she can always use white supremacy in their system to actually... This is why black men should be trying to be independent of their system and use the system for everything they can use it for and build your own away from the system. In secret. What have we got? We got a nigger woman out front. This is what we got right now today. The woman is out front, and then you got these black men that they raised to protect them and their mindset. You ain't disrespecting no woman around me. You disrespecting women. I'm not disrespecting women. I'm disrespecting white supremacy in my woman. I'm disrespecting white supremacy in my woman. I know about what happened. I understand the psychology that was put on my woman. To reverse the psychology is a process in reversing the psychology. This is genetic memory. This is called generational curses. Epigenetics shows in a lab with rats that a rat went up to get his food on a bowl that was hooked up to an electrical current. A pregnant rat came to get his food and got shocked. Every time it touched the bowl to get its food, it got shocked. By the time the mother had the baby, those children from her traumas had adapted to that shock and never even went to touch that food. What does that mean? Epigenetically, we are shaped and formed from your mother's experiences in the world your mother was subjected to. In the environment your mother was subjected to, you take on epigenetic tags which control your behavior. Your genes control your behavior. So if your mother, like the mother rat, had been in an environment where every time she went to go get her food, she got shocked, the offspring of that child will not even try to get that food. They have already taken on the traumas and the information that understood, I don't even need to even try to touch that food. They've adapted to the environment, and it has molded and shaped you, and you have become what they wanted you to become. And you think you're living your own life, but you are nothing more than the result of the traumas and the slavery, genetic behavior, and the environment that your fathers have been through in this country. We are the descendants of this environment. None of this shit is our fault. None of the behavior that we partake in is our faults. The truth about the matter is we are a product of our environment, and even in our ignorance, it is the very person that made the environment's fault because they made us. They breeded us. We always talk about what's going on in the dark, yet we never talk about who turned the motherfucking lights out. And they want us in that state where you're saying, look at what Nature Boy did, da 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 da. You never say, look at what white supremacy turned our men into. You never say, look at what white supremacy has turned our Nature Boy into. Look at our black boys. Look at what they become. I cannot believe this, but I know it's not their fault because they've been breeded and made to be this way. Look at how we're killing each other. You think we're just born to kill each other? No, we were put in situations and environments that had made us behave this way. And this is what every educated black man that has rise to any kind of consciousness is trying to tell you, that we are America's babies. While you're blaming me, you should be blaming white supremacy. You should be blaming the environment, the poverty, the crack, the cocaine, the drugs. We didn't manufacture drugs. We never manufactured or made a gun. Yet they ended in our community. How? How did drugs get in our community? Who made them? Who made the community? Who made the projects? It was a project. We are the results of a project. And we blame each other. You ain't got this. I hate to hear black people pointing a finger at each other and missing the fucking point of the whole matter. The point of the matter is we can't be blamed for none of our behavior because we've been put in an environment, in a cesspool of bullshit and ignorance. Through our music, we are the only people that have music that is being promoted to kill each other. You couldn't get a white label to talk about animal cruelty or cruelty to animals. You couldn't go into a record label here. I got a rap song that's talking about killing dogs. I shoot your dog in the head and stab you and stab him and stab him and stab your dog and your cat. They would say, hell no. That's animal cruelty. But they will market black kids killing each other in our music because we're less than animals. That's why. We're less than animals. You couldn't get them to talk about killing someone's pet. Make a song about shooting dogs in the head and see if they will market it. But if you talk about shooting a nigga in the head, we'll put you on stage. We'll give you a chain. We'll give you a car. We'll give you everything you dreamed of. And you think this is not strategic? Name another genre of music that talks about killing another human. They don't have to market that music. They could say no. You think they care about us? They could say no, it's not accepted. We're not going to market human beings killing other human beings. That's not allowed on the internet. Just like Bigo, it's not allowed. Just how they monitor us on Bigo, they wouldn't let the music play out. But why do you think they allow that music? Where do you think the guns come from? The guns are nothing but nigga killers. We're running on it says, this cycle, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever. They don't even have to be involved. You will bring your brother to them. There's no longer that they have to chase you. You will turn on each other and give each other to the white man and the cracker. Here, cracker, he did it. She did it. You hate yourselves because they taught you to hate yourselves. It's in your music, and now it's on its own axis. Hey, we didn't make the music. No, but you marketed it. You signed the label. These labels, they signed it. They knew we was in poverty. Hip-hop is us expressing what the fuck we're going through. There's plenty of rappers that talk educational and get no burn. They want us killing each other. They market that shit. They treat their pets better than they treat us. And we they slaves. And we walk around and act like this shit never happened. We walk around like race is nothing. There's no reparations. There's no public apology. There's nothing. Murder, 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 kill each other. Market that. How does that be able to be on all radio stations? How is Throat Baby? How is Throat Baby all over? Our women and men, the roles between women and men have been switched around. The men are physically strong, but mentally weak. They're trained not to go against white supremacy, but literally put on a uniform. Do you know that the KKK were police? The KKK never, where did the KKK go? The KKK ain't go nowhere. You have to ask the question. There was a KKK at one time. It used to hang niggas. Where did it go? It became police officers. Look it up for yourself. They became police. They became the judicial system. This shit is set up for us to fall. And you talking against me, you black woman, if you don't protect your son, I don't give a fuck what you think I did. Pac said it best, we America's babies. We only expressing what was put on us. For instance, my mom was a crack baby. My mom was a crackhead. I was a crack baby. I never seen my mom and dad before. Never had a family, never had that kind of love and family, I never had that before. I'm just being all the way real with you. I had to figure this shit out by myself. But you would say that I'm a monster. The question is, who created that monster? Are you going to send me hate, kill me? You think I'm your problem? You think you think by getting rid of me that your problem's going to be ended? You think that all your problems are going to disappear because you get rid of me? I understand because it's misdirected. All I'm asking for is to be a man. All I'm asking for is cooperation from my woman. Dependency from my woman. It's mine. I'm a man as much as he's a man. I want cooperation from my woman without the interference of white supremacy. If our woman didn't have white supremacy, they would be in a dependent state. And us, they would be dependent. I want to be a man without the system. I want my woman to know that ain't no plan B. I'm all you got. We all we got. See, long as they know that there's a system set up where they can do their own thing, there will always be division in the black family. How dare you create lies about me for money? Call the white man on me. Call massa on me, because that's what it is. Let's call it what it is. You call the police, you call it massa. We still on the plantation. And the white man, massa, is not a police officer. Massa look like you. You still got your house niggas that work for massa, that think for massa. You got the house nigga that'll come and tell massa, he over there, massa, look at him. You still got that kind of nigga. I'm a field nigga. I'm a free man and I'm a die that way. And this spirit will live on forever. I dare you. There he is. I'm going to call the cops on you. We're going to put you behind bars. We're going to take you and bring you back to the plantation and put you back on the plantation. That's what we're going to do with you. You want to stop this. You want to stop this energy in black men. You want black men to, what do you want us to do? It's written right here. It says, by her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal causes her to move from a psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In the frozen psychological independent state, she will raise her male and female in the reverse roles. For fear of her young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak, independent, but physically strong. So you have these big buff men out here with beards, with deep voices that are mentally weak. They don't have the spirit of Shaka Zulu. They don't have the spirit of a free field nigga. But the field nigga ain't nothing but a thug. That's the spirit of the field nigga. He can't get right. He will not be, you want him to be a house nigga, a good nigga. Be a good nigga. Clean up your act. Get you a suit tie. Cut your hair off. Get like the white man. You want to be like the white woman. Putting that fucking weave in your hair. But if he rebels, he belongs in jail. That's what they taught you. And now you snitching on him. Look, Massa, look at what he doing. Look at what he doing. Because he don't want to, because he's a real man. And he wants to feel like a real man. He wants to dominate like a real man. It's like the white man do. He dominate and do what hell he want to do. And a black man is not allowed to be a man. A man. His woman is supposed to be dependent on him. But you dependent on a system. And so you say you're independent, but you're not. This economy, you built it, we built it, and you're dependent on it. It's a shame that we've forgotten that we're still slaves. We're just modern day slaves. And it's always been the same way. Black on black. You got your house niggas versus the field niggas. The field niggas versus the house niggas. The field niggas can't stand massa. He can't stand the system, can't get right. He in and out of jail. He can't conform because his spirit just won't let him. He got the deep roots in him. You know the man I'm talking about. The rappers, they emulate this man. The real man. The real man that has manhood. The rappers actually become spokesmen. The rappers, most of these rappers ain't real. They just good at articulating what real men think and do. You want me to be Dr. Bishop because Dr. Bishop's easier to deal with because he doesn't make me feel inferior. Dr. Bishop is the good nigger. Dr. Bishop is the house nigger. He's the one that you can deal with. Because he doesn't emasculate you as a woman. Because you've been put in a frozen independent state. You feel that you are your own man. This is why you fend for yourself. But you think you're fending for yourself, but you're really a wife to white supremacy. And I dare any of you let anybody attack your black man. I don't give a fuck what I did. I don't give a fuck what I did. You better protect me with your fucking life. Because it ain't about me. It's about your son. It's about your man. And then you need to be educated on what's going on psychologically, genetically, what has been passed down through generations. You need to know your history and who the hell you are and what you've been through. Yes, we are ignorant, but they made us that way. We just need education, patience, love. And ain't nobody gonna love me but you. If you don't love me, then nobody gonna love me. And if you don't love me, you don't love you. You don't love the black man and his spirit. You want to break him. You want the black man to be physically strong, but mentally weak and dependent out of fear of his life. You want me to never to rebel, never run, never try to be free, never try to be as much as I can be. Well, I'd rather die trying to be free than live a life as a fucking slave. You want to be a slave. You want me to be a slave. That's why y'all keep screaming for Dr. Bishop. You want Dr. Bishop so motherfucking bad because you want me to be him. I can't be him. You want me to conform. Out of fear. But if a man can't be a man and he's not even fit to live, then why live? Why be here and be a slave? You give all this life to white supremacy to be a slave. What is the meaning of your life? If I can't be a man, I can't even feel like a man because my woman is a man. She had to be a man. She acting like a man, talking like a man. She want to be a man. I'm not allowed to feel like a man. You know what a man is? Read the fucking Constitution. Read it. Read the Constitution of America. That's what a man is. Black men are not allowed to feel like that. We come home for jail, we get emasculated by our woman. Emasculated by the system. Won't give us a job, won't give us an opportunity. We don't want your opportunity. We want you to say sorry for what you did to our family and our people. We want you to give us the opportunity to leave us the fuck alone. We want our independence. We want to be left alone. I want to be able to be dominant in my own environment, just like you. You put your pants on every day. You shit, you eat, you poop just like me, and you run your world. But a black man can't even raise his voice in discipline to his own family without the cops being called. Because you're afraid. They probably will kill me. They probably will put me behind bars. But while I'm here, I want to let you know, this world will be ruled by men like me. Every right to be a man and feel proud about that. I have every right for my woman to be dependent on me. And I be the breadwinner. A man his value comes from the idea of him being able to protect and provide for his family without the option of somebody else doing it for him. We just want to be left alone. I could have went off into the woods, left, didn't say anything. But my job is to speak for men that are behind bars. My job is to keep this spirit alive. My job is to make sure that every black man that's watching me knows that it's okay to be a man and understands what's going on with his woman, to educate you. Because I have the ability to articulate myself in ways that other men can't. And let me tell you something. If a man hasn't found something he's willing to die for, he is not fit to live. Your woman is yours. Our woman is our woman. The white man has his woman. The Chinese man has his woman. The Indian man has his woman. The black man has his woman. It's my woman. I'm arguing not with my woman, but with white supremacy in my woman. What you have done to my woman has been documented. I'm not arguing with my woman. I'm arguing with white supremacy in my woman. Talking about you got your own mind. You don't have your own mind. You've been programmed since the day you were born. Right here. And when a black man finds his natural, uncivilized, what they called us, the uncivilized nigger. In his natural state, he has to be broken. We were broken. We've never been broken. They couldn't break us. Not all of us. They couldn't break us. They abuse you. What have we got? We got a nigger woman out front and a nigger man behind her. The perfect situation. Appreciate it, DZ. Of sound sleep and economics. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of her frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. So we are being, our enemy now is our own woman. When a black man raises up to his natural uncivilized state, when he becomes back to who he was before slavery, his enemy now is his woman. That's his first enemy. They have set it up this way. This is why so many women attack me. Try to bring up as much dirt on me and just keeps repeating it. Because and I don't hate you for that. I just want you to know I understand why you're doing it. And we need to cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. And to all the other races that have been called into this, mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business. Because you know, y'all trying to invoke them white people to hate me. Because if white people hate me, they're going to kill me. Black people, they just talking shit. But white people hate you, they're going to put you in jail, they're going to kill you. You're just trying to invoke the spirit of the white man. You keep calling the FBI, calling the cops on me. I want you to see what they do to a house, to a field nigga. A field nigga, they're gonna call Master. He right there, he out there. He trying to save people. He making trouble. He trying to wake motherfuckers up. Well, all you doing is killing the spirit of the black man.